I was attacked. Those 2 Decepticon scouts and their leader. Calls herself Slipstream. Autobots! Out!
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Swedish Transformers podcast. I am Linda, the loyal Autobot.
And with me, Gustav, the treacherous Decepticon.
And today we have Jessica. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. Yes. Hello, listeners. I am Jessica Digiovanni, and I play Windblade on the Transformers Battlegrounds video game. Whoosh, whoosh. I can do my own sound effects as well.
I love that.
All the sound effects you hear in the video game, I did myself. You know, just mouth sounds.
So I did a little bit of backtracking of what you've been doing before. You were in there was one movie, I have to pick it up because it was just a little bit weird. You were in a movie called Worst Babysitter Ever, and you played the girl having sex. What happened?
Oh, the sitter. The sitter.
Yeah.
Yes. I just played a girl at the party.
Yeah.
And Jonah Hill was in that movie, and he walks in on me and the other actor having sex.
Yeah.
And then he's looking for someone, and we tell him like she's not in there. That's basically what the scene is. But it was actually really cool because I got to improv with Jonah Hill, which was really fun. None of it made it into the movie, but we still got to improv a bunch, which was cool. And it was cool to be on set. It was cool to work with David Gordon Green, he was a really great director, and yeah.
You also played in some other films like The Narcissist, which is a short, and some other good films that I actually forgot the name of. Would you like to tell a little bit more of these other small projects that you seem to have in the background?
Sure. Well, yeah, I did The Narcissist, which was actually a really, really interesting project. My friend Quincy wrote it, and he specifically wanted me to do it because I have a very extensive background in theater, and he was doing these very long scenes, no cuts. So he was basically putting the camera on sticks and filming us walking from one point to another. I don't know if you've ever seen Woody Allen's Manhattan, the movie Manhattan, but there's a lot of scenes like that where the camera is still and they're walking towards it and they're having a conversation. So it's basically a movie that's got a lot of those scenes where we're walking around New York City, and New York City is very much a character in the movie, and it's a bit of a love letter to New York City in that way. And I love that city so much because I lived there for 15 years. I still have a place there, so I go back and forth. And but that was a really, really fun shoot. And it was also, I have a bird that's hanging out with me. No room for cuts. Like, you got to know your lines. That's why he wanted me in it, because you got to know your lines, because we're not cutting. So these are very long scenes. You walk it all the way through. If you mess up a line, you got to go all the way back.
Oh, no.
The whole scene over again. Yeah. So, it was a really interesting experience, but very, 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 very fun.
Yeah.
I love walking the streets of New York. I've done, God, I would have to look up my, myself on here. Cause I
think it in the Narcissist is a little bit weird. Clips about relations between people, like girlfriend-boyfriend relation, and the girls are talking for themselves and the guys for themselves.
Oh,
yeah.
About strange relationships, then I would talk about Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, Switch. Yeah. The S&M one. My friend wrote that from her experience of working in an actual dungeon in New York. So these are, and then, obviously they're embellished for this show, but these are coming from real experiences she had with these men in these dungeons. And one of the things that she told me about as a dominatrix was that, a lot of them just wanted someone to talk to, because a lot of them are very high-powered people, and people are always telling them what to do, and they don't really have they don't really have a moment where they can like let their guard down, I guess they feel. So yeah, but that was an interesting film to do. We actually shot in a dungeon, which was crazy. There was actually, you guys, this is a thing. There was an entire suit made of, it looked like latex, that literally had, it was an entire shape of a body. So it had the hands, the arms, everything, covered the face. The only holes in the entire bodysuit were nostril holes, 2 nostril holes, and that was it. So
how do you get it on?
I think I would assume in the back there's probably like a zipper.
Yeah.
And you like step in, and they probably zip it up and lay you down on the table. I mean, there was some crazy stuff in there.
I bet you need some baby powder to even get out of that sweaty.
I know. You gotta be sweating.
Yeah.
Great for your pores, but
yeah.
Maybe you lose some weight in there, but I don't know. So that seems like completely terrifying to me, to only have just like 2 nose holes to breathe out of, and there were all kinds of instruments, like doctors' instruments, and I was like, this is crazy, people do this. This is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that it's there because people need it. It's
right. Like, it's their escape,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm remembering now. Okay, so I did Forever, which was on ABC. I played a real estate agent that tried to sell an apartment with a dead body in it.
Oh yeah, that one. I saw a clip of it.
Yeah, like oops, she's clearly good at her job. And then we did The Resort. A friend of mine from college had written this film, and we went to Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. So we flew to Tobago to shoot this film for 10 days. It was a short film, 10 days. He wrote it, and it was addressing, there's a big problem down there with, there's a lot of European tourists who hire the men down there to be their escorts.
Yeah.
And so there's all kinds of like, not to get dark, but there's lots of STDs spreading around this community because they're making really good money doing this. Unfortunately, that's, they're trying to sell boat tours and things like that, but people don't want to spend money on that. They want to spend money on like, having an escort. So it's about, it's a film about that problem and how it affects the community. And, but we got to be there in Tobago for 10 days. I mean, this is like white sand beaches, clear water.
Ooh.
And it was people I went to college with. So it was just so fun. I love making indie films. I love working on like really small projects because it feels more like a family, and everybody's invested in it, and you have the ability to connect with everyone, We were all staying in a house together. So I just love that experience. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah. Just collaborating in general, like how you guys are. You're collaborating on this podcast. Like, it's just so great.
It's to talk to people,
Yeah.
If we didn't have this, we would have a dungeon, Linda.
Yeah, we would have a dungeon. Yeah.
yeah. And you could do the Windblade makeup.
Yeah, I can do that too. You
could do the saws. You could make saws for the thing. Like it would be a whole. I'm sure there's dungeons with saws.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like. No. Not at all.
I'm gonna tilt a little bit more to the Transformers.
Yeah.
A little echo, I think, Linda. I can hear you twice, I think.
Okay.
Double the fun.
Yeah, exactly. I don't complain.
Double the magic.
The way we have the makeup of Windblade, because that's how awesome we are.
Yeah, I mean, Linda's is incredible. Mine is done with like a brown eyebrow pencil. Linda's is like on point with the red lip and the beautiful. How did you get the lines so perfect like that?
First of all,
how many tries did it take you?
Once.
What? Well, you draw. So that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm an artist, so I think I have a good hand for that. Like, yeah, if you do some inking, I bet you can do it too.
Yes.
But I will leave it to Gustav now with some more Transformers questions, so that can
Yeah.
Rest my throat a
do it.
little bit.
Bring it on.
Go, Gustav.
Yeah, I will try. This is my time to shine. I will try it. First off, are you a Decepticon or an Autobot fan?
I gotta be an Autobot fan. Gustav. How bad would that look if I said Decepticon? You know?
Oh, it's okay. It's because it's we're recording. I get it. I get it.
No. I like the Autobots better. I do. The Decepticons are fun in the sense that they're just like, oh, sorry, dog. The Decepticons are fun because they, they're always like, no, like they're always so angry about stuff, and it's fun to play angry characters. But why are you a Decepticon guy? What do you like about them?
I'm so angry and I growl, and no, I'm not.
Because you are angry. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not really angry, but I like seeing other people angry now.
Yeah, you get that like catharsis from watching them. Who's the Transformer behind you? I can't see very well.
Oh, this.
Yeah, who's that?
I got the Windblade.
That is Windblade. Yes.
And great. I got an RC.
Oh, yay! I feel so special.
May have planned ahead a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit. How do you like them? How do you like how they maneuver and stuff? Are they easy? Do they look good? What's your review?
Yeah. That's these are the generation Toyland is great for transforming. The other ones, the Windblade one just stands there. I don't dare touch her too much.
Yeah, don't mess with her. She looks really cool,
exactly.
Right? Just like that. I love that she flies. I love that the fans chose that she's one of the only Autobots that flies, which is great. Yeah. I was actually really surprised to find out because honestly, I didn't know too much about the Transformers before I worked on it. But that there really weren't that many Autobots that could fly. Because you'd think like we need guys in the air, we need Transformers in the air. So it's pretty cool.
I think that it depends a little bit which Transformers you're talking about also. But like, I think in the beginning it was like, oh, Gustav, you probably know this better than me. But the Seekers are just a special kind of guys, and they're not that nice.
Yeah, the Seekers are definitely have a ton of ones in the air.
Yeah. While Windblade comes from another, I mean, she is Cybertronian, but like she comes from another planet. And she's a city speaker, a city speaker.
Where is women?
Fear. Sorry, Gustav. Please take it further.
Yes. Sorry, we got sidetracked with the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what character is your favorite? Is it Windblade?
100%.
100%.
I just love her intrinsic pull to save her planet. Like she's just so loyal and dedicated to her planet, and wanting to make sure it's safe and just her can I swear on this? No.
Yeah.
Okay, her badassery, that's not even a swear. But like her badassery, you know what I mean? She's just she's very collected, but if you piss her off, she just goes ham, And I love that she's a city speaker, so she has that extra ability to kind of go in and assess things. So it's like she's not just the fighting kind of strategic warrior that she is. She also has this ability to go on in a deeper level and connect with all of this. So in a way, it's like she's, I know they're all connected to the Allspark, but in a way she embodies the Allspark in certain instances because she can access the memories and like be a city speaker, I love how multifaceted she is, and I love that the fans helped design her. Like and her makeup,
duh. That specific
Her
makeup
makeup's
that
pretty
actually
great.
makes a city speaker. It's very
Yeah.
nice because anyone who is a city speaker can have that. It's not just Windblade, and that makes me happy that I can have this.
Yeah.
I'm not a city speaker, but at least I can fake it till I make it.
There you go.
You should
never
have
know, you might be.
tattooed, Linda.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
totally.
Yeah.
My boyfriend will appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't start, Linda. It's addictive. Believe
Yeah, I
me.
know. Yeah.
Oh, I've wanted to get tattoos my whole life, but I just haven't because I change my mind so much.
Oh yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
For me,
I
it's a
had
bad
that
idea.
phase too, and now my body is 90% tattoos. Oh,
Oh my God.
it's
No
so
wonder you're
bad.
wearing a suit. I can't tell.
I have to cover myself up.
Is your face a tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay. So your beard, your eyebrows, that's all tattoo.
Almost.
That's why he looks so
Yeah.
good.
Duh.
Yeah.
It's a part of the charm.
The glasses are tattooed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not real glasses.
And if you would choose a Transformers character, I guess it would be Windblade again. If
Yeah,
you
I mean,
were a
I
Transformers
actually-
character.
I actually think Bumblebee is really fun with the different voices, like, you know, how he lost his voice, so he has like all those different like radio. I think he's really funny. I appreciate comedy. I do a lot of comedy, and so I think Bumblebee would be fun because he's like he's got so many comedic moments in a lot of the cartoons. I mean, the fact that he has so many different voices coming out of him is hysterical. Like, it's so funny to me. He talks to you in like game show, like, that is correct. You know? Like, I just think that's great.
Oh, no.
More for that than like anything else, like more than like because he turns into a car or anything like that. I just think he's funny. So that's probably why I would.
I feel bad because I actually trashed that a little bit on another podcast when Bumblebee.
Oh, you didn't like it?
He's just so childish. I just want to
Yeah.
slap him. Windblade is just there and being his best friend because no one else is there, and I don't know. But yeah, I think that we fans who have seen Bumblebee so many times, we are a little bit tired of Bumblebee not having his voice. We are like, we're done with it, but we still appreciate Bumblebee for being Bumblebee, and especially like this series is for kids. So
Right.
I
like
shouldn't
the
have
kids
too much
one,
of
yeah.
an opinion on that.
Yeah, like in the darker versions. Well, at least in the movies, he has his own voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like probably that.
Yeah. But the kids love him, I hope.
I'm a kid at heart. That's really
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
What alt mode would you choose?
Alt mode. Oh, I mean the jet. I just love that she can fly. 100% love that. Yeah, because you can like do a sneak attack from behind. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, jet. What about you? What about you two?
I'm a tank.
I had a feel. You know what? I was actually gonna say tank for you. What about you, Linda?
Linda.
I don't know. I think I've questioned
Motorcycle?
this before. Probably. Yeah, I could do.
I see you as a motorcycle.
Yeah, I did actually have a moped when I was younger. A cross moped. It was actually, the frame was actually from a motorcycle, and they just put a moped engine on it.
Oh well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it was huge, and it went not good.
You're like, well, I look cool, but I'm going extremely slow.
At least I don't have
I
to
changed my
pedal.
mind. I want to be a cassette player.
Oh, you want to be a cassette player.
Oh my god, that's funny. You just blast people's eardrums out and just
Yeah.
play music really loud. Okay, I get that. I feel that. Wait, did you say in Italy, Linda?
What?
When you
No.
were in Italy? Oh, I thought you said
no,
when you
no,
were little
sorry.
in Italy. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I
I
haven't
was
been
like,
there yet.
how do you prepare yourself for a voice acting role? How is it differ from a regular acting gig? Liksom?
Not too much, really. You're looking up the background of the character, you're going through your lines, you're working on the relationships that this person has, you're asking yourself what they want, what are they doing in this scene, because our voices are very reflective of what our bodies are doing and what we're feeling, right? So if I don't really do any of that work, I could still be like, you could tell the difference in my voice. If I didn't do the work and I was like, oh no, Bumblebee, or if I like did the work and I was really invested, you could hear like, oh no, Bumblebee, like there's a difference. There's a difference in how it comes out of your mouth when you have that preparation. And then also with like the physical stuff, you have to have in your mind, like, what is this looking like? Because we're not in the booth. I mean, I'm sure you've talked to enough voiceover artists to know that like a lot of us are in the booth by ourselves. And we're not acting with anybody. We're just doing our lines. So in our head, we have to imagine what's going on around us. And if I'm fighting somebody, I have to kind of like imagine, okay, like where did they hit me? How am I reacting in my body? So that's why it looks really funny in the booth, because I'm thinking if I get punched in the stomach, I'm like in the booth by myself, look like I'm having a fight with a ghost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, but that's how you get the authentic sound. That's how you get the realistic voice to come out. It's a very physical profession in a which seems strange because you're not seeing us, but you've got to put it in your body, otherwise it can fall very flat. So yeah, I do all the prep that I would do for an actual role, like a live role with my face that shows my face.
I think we have to work on that one, Linda. We are doing a fan dub for a Transformers show here in Sweden. We're making it in Swedish.
Ooh! That'll be fun.
It's really hard when I think about it, that when I did my character voice acting for him, like I'm a little bit of Finnish too. So obviously I'm gonna sound a little bit Finnish, and I've been living a little bit around in Sweden too. So I'm like my talk, my speech, my what do you call it, dialect. It's a little bit all over the place. But yeah, it was really hard in a way to do a character for me. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, when it involves a dialect, it can be, because, in the beginning, you're so in your head about like, okay, does this sound, that's why I have my acting teacher says, if you're practicing an accent, you just walk around and talk in that accent to everyone. Who cares if they judge you? Like the person at the store, your mom, your brother, your Gustav, like you talk to everyone in that accent, so that it becomes second nature to you, but it's hard, it's difficult to like add that on top of everything else that you're doing.
And then having like this weird sound, it was like not my voice, it was another voice, like so it was like a complete chaos, but at least I didn't have so many lines. I'm just happy about that.
Well, good job that you did it. It's like it's a challenge. It
is. I love challenges.
So you said you build yourself up for the role. Do you build a relationship during that time with the role too, with the character?
Of course. And I find too that with each character I play, there's a certain aspect of myself that I either rediscover or completely discover that I didn't know, And with Windblade, I definitely discovered more of my own power and standing my ground. There's definitely an aspect of her she's incredibly strong and incredibly focused on the task at hand. And but she's also very she cares about the people, her squad around her. So I loved that dynamic side to her. But I definitely embraced the powerful side, the warrior side. That was great.
I love how the Cyberverse have so many powerful female characters in it.
Yes, that was great to see.
Of course, my favorite is the Frankenstein monster variant from the Decepticon side.
Oh,
what was? Shit, her name.
I don't remember her name. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Can't remember her.
Shadow Striker. No,
Shadow Striker.
Bumblebee's Nemesis. Shadow Striker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she had like kind of like this kind of voice, didn't she? It was like that. Yeah, it was a cool voice. Yeah, I didn't. The other thing is like I didn't meet any of the other actors really either. So I don't know what anybody looks like, or I think I met the guy doing Bumblebee once.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you don't really play together if you're two characters interacting with each other. You're not in the same room at all or anything.
No. So like if the scene is Bumblebee, what are you doing? I'm just playing with the buttons. Don't play with the buttons. Why? Because it's bad. I would be in the booth and I would say, Bumblebee, what are you doing? Don't play with the buttons because it's bad. That's how the recording session would go. There'd be no one else reading the lines in between. Again, I'd look like I was having a conversation with the ghost. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it's also up to the director to tell you what kind of feeling there has to be, if it's an argument or if you're annoyed or whatever.
We would do like a run of the section, and then they'll give direction and we'll do it again, or they'll say that was great, we're moving on. It's pretty quick. Quick. Sometimes there'll be a line that like they just want to get right, and so you'll end up doing it a bunch of times.
Yeah,
I think the G1 RC character would fit you very well to do a voice on if they redo that.
Yes.
The Baker Miller Pink one. The RC from the Generation 1.
Generation 1.
In the 85, 86.
Oh, yeah. I looked up that one. That one was so classic.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd be down.
Well, it's my turn to pull out some questions. So what's your favorite project so far?
Of all the projects?
Yeah.
All the Transformers projects, or all the projects I've worked on?
Just all the projects.
Oh wow, that's tough. Well, there's been some plays that I've really enjoyed working on. I tend to enjoy the process of plays simply because there's so much time spent on the rehearsal process in a play. The play is definitely the actor's medium. TV is the writer's medium, film is the director's medium. And I would just say plays, working on new plays. That's something that when I was in New York, I would do a lot. And I loved creating a character from scratch with the writer in the room and the other actors. And, we're getting rewrites, we're getting new pages, every day, and figuring out who these people are and what the movement is. And you get to be with the character for so long that you get to really make discoveries all the time. Like even when the show is done, you're still discovering things about this person that you played, So I really enjoy the process of theater because I get so much time with the character and the cast and the writer. And I would think it might be the same with a TV show. I just haven't had a series regular role yet. But if you get on something that runs for seasons and seasons and seasons, I would think that it would be very similar to something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
when it comes to voice acting or acting in general, is there any type of character that you prefer to act?
I like doing sillier, like, voices that do not sound like my voice. I really like to do that. Like, I have a little boy voice that I haven't been able to do yet, and he's like, "Hey, Mom, can I go to the grocery store? I'll be back later. I just want to get some chocolate." You know, like, it doesn't sound like me at all. Or like, I have this like Queen character where she's like, "Don't touch that vase or I will kill you." You know, like things like voices that are just so completely different. Or like, "Hi, my name's Butterscotch and I'm a walking cupcake." Like, I don't know.
Love it, yeah.
You know, just like, I like doing stuff that's very different from me. So anything like that. I don't know that I've really gotten a chance to do that yet. But I'm hoping to. I'd love to get on an animated series, like something like a funny animated series, like a comedy of some kind. Maybe an adult comedy. Yeah, that would be great. Like, do you guys watch Bob's Burgers or anything like that?
Heard of it? I watched it, but not all of it. But I've seen it.
Yeah. So there's like more adult cartoons that would be fun to do. Yeah.
I think she would be great in what's it called, in the Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Bus or something.
Has-Been Hotel and Hell something. There's this
Those
young
are, like,
artist. Yeah, she made her own company and making a animation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah. It's also really gruesome. I love like these gruesome animations and stuff like that.
But it's cute at the same time. I love it.
Yeah.
Gruesomely cute.
Yeah, it's My Little Pony, but it's gruesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah. So, is there any voice that you hate to do, or any character you hate to do the voice for? Maybe a nightmare experience?
No nightmare experiences yet. Everything's been pretty great. I love it. I find the hardest ones for me to do are the ones closest to my own voice, which is really interesting. I like for it to sound somewhat different than how I normally speak. So when someone's like, just your natural voice, I kind of go, "Oh, okay."
But that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. Because it feels like I'm not doing anything, you know. But that would be the only thing. But yeah, no, I really enjoy it. So
yeah, I think I did listen to some of your voiceovers that you have on your homepage, and I was like, this is so Windblade. This is Windblade through it. This is like,
yeah,
it's so weird. All of a sudden,
it is, right? You're like, Windblade's trying to sell me soap. Like, weird.
Yeah. And that's the weird thing too. Like, I haven't really been so much into voice acting, but at the same time now, after a couple of years, I'm like, wait, I recognize this voice. It's so weird.
Yeah.
This voice is not supposed to be here. This voice is not supposed to sell me soap.
Right. You're like, this voice needs to be battling Decepticons.
Yeah. Do you do have an own studio, or do you prefer to work in a other studio?
Well, since the pandemic, I've had to work remotely, and that seems to be where everything's headed. So I have a portable booth at the moment that I just kind of bring with me wherever I go. And so I'm working out of there. I've got, the professional mic and the interface and all of that, and I record on my computer. And yeah, I mean, I love recording in the studio. I prefer to record in the studio, but it's been a easing back into that, because I think a lot of people are discovering like, oh, well, if we don't all have to go into the studio, or we don't have to make sure talent gets there. We could just record from their house. Like, let's just do that. So yeah, I'm just happy to work, you know, I'm just happy to have work wherever, if I'm doing it at home or if I'm, you know, doing it in a studio. But it's nicer when it's in a studio because then I have a sound engineer at the helm, you know.
Yeah.
When you have to be the sound engineer as well, it can be like, you know, you're juggling a little bit of everything. And I don't mind editing, like I know how to do it, but it's not my favorite thing in the world to do.
Is it like taking away like noises that you do by accidents?
Yeah, like when I audition now, like so I used to go into my agency to audition, and there'd be a sound engineer there, and he would cut everything and send it away. But now, you know, we're recording at home, so if I have any flubs or there's some background noise, like I edit that out and then I send it. So so auditions that normally would have taken like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes sometimes cannot take me 20 minutes because I'm editing and stuff, which is, you know, listen, I'm happy to have the opportunity. So, but it's just, you know, it just took some adjustment, but now, you know, everybody's doing voiceover.
Yeah.
So it's the thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Gustav.
Yeah, will we see more of you in the Transformers universe in the future?
Well, yes, I hope so. Absolutely. I haven't gotten any word as of yet, but we'll see. I think it would be fun for us to do like a panel at Comic-Con. So I've been talking to some people about that, but I haven't heard back from producers yet. So we'll see. But I think that would be really fun. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope so. The producers and I work really well together. I enjoy working with them on these projects, and yeah, it's fun to play a warrior and fight ghosts in the booth. I enjoy it very much. Yeah.
I've seen you have done some stand-up comedy also. Yes. Imagine yourself having a really tough crowd, you know, like me and Linda here. We don't take any bullshit. What is your go-to joke when it's a tough crowd?
That's a good question. I mean, I haven't done too much stand-up, and I haven't honestly ever had a tough crowd, so I don't know what it would be, but I think it would probably be something you'd have to, the whole thing with stand-up is that it's a conversation. It's not a performance, right? It's like you're part of my performance. So if I say a joke and your response to it is like, what? That sucked, you know, then I have to acknowledge that. So I would probably like acknowledge that in some way, be like, well, that joke fell flat. All right, we're not blah 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 fans or whatever, or, you know, or I probably would maybe do like something self-deprecating so that I didn't alienate the audience. But honestly, I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really had a bad audience. Sometimes you can just power through to the next joke.
But do you have a favorite joke? Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, I actually made one up when I was a kid. It's not great, but I tend to tell a lot of like dad jokes that are really bad. But this one, okay, so this is, why did the cow cross the road? To get to the udder side. The udder is what we call the place where the milk comes out of. I thought, is that right? It's like a dad joke. It's horrible, but I thought it was like so good when I was a little kid. I was like,
it's like
I came up with the best joke in the world. Right.
I saw a little clip you did on one of you when you were joking about your heritage, and you know, Giovanni, it's German. Oh, okay. We didn't buy it here, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
We're Scandinavians, we know how it sounds.
It's Swedish. Let's be honest, it's Swedish.
Let's see here. You can recommend one thing in your career we have to watch. What would it be?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I guess we're on the Transformers podcast. I would say watch War for Cybertron. It's awesome.
Yeah. Season 3 coming. Now we have another one, but it's not me and Linda who will ask you this, because we have a tradition here that our previous guest will ask our next guest a question.
Oh my gosh.
So last time we were, our guest was Brian Shearer. He's an artist, and he will ask the next question. 1 second.
Okay.
I will just split my screen. Can you see it?
Let's see.
One moment. It's still dark. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now here's his question for you.
She's also doing the voice to Windblade.
In
Okay.
Cyberverse.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So, voice actor question. How about if this might put her on the spot? If
Oh,
she
no.
had to, if Optimus Prime was a female, what would she sound like?
Oh, that's a very good question. So, a female Optimus Prime.
A female Optimus Prime. Okay. All right. Let's see. Female Optimus Prime. Give me a line to say. What do you guys want me to say?
Oh, we didn't prepare for this one.
Well, just like what would be something that Optimus would say? He'd be like,
all right, he's maybe giving out a order to
I
his
think
Autobots.
Autobots roll out, transform and roll out.
Yeah,
okay, Autobots transform and roll out. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. So I guess she'd probably have a lower kind of voice. She's been through a lot of battles. Transformers. Transform. Wait, what is it? What was the line?
Autobots transform and roll out.
Cut.
Roll out. Take two. Autobots transform. Roll out. Okay, so it's be a lower voice. Autobots transform. Roll out. No, that was too low. I don't know. I guess she could also have like a more like regal, like she could have a smoother kind of tone. But Optimus is very kind of like gritty, and he's got that like gravel to his voice. And I can add that, but let me see. Autobots transform. Roll out. I don't know. Yeah, maybe she's got a little bit of a growl. I don't know. I'd have to play around with it. That's a really hard question, because like that would be like the voice of the Transformers. So I feel like I would definitely need more prep for that, but that's kind of that might be where it lives, because I would, part of me wants to do it like a really kind of composed, like lower kind of well-spoken kind of thing, like this, where everyone listens to what you're saying when you speak like this. But I feel like it needs more like bass, and it needs more like I've been through battle sound. So that's where I think like the gravel might come in, because Optimus Prime does have that.
Yeah.
So I need to work on it.
Yeah.
But see, there, you got to see a little bit of my process.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's very nice.
So
Beautiful.
you just like play around with it.
Yeah.
You heard the take 1, which was not good. And then you heard the take 2, which was like on its way somewhere. And then you just keep like trying it out in your bedroom by yourself, like you're talking to yourself, and your neighbors think you're crazy, and that's okay.
Yeah. That's
And
why
in
we have.
season
Because
two,
you're
we
Optimus
will see
Prime.
it.
Yeah.
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 So
That was
our
fun.
next
I like that
guest-
little segment.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. We have
Tell them thank you, please, for that question. That was a really fun question.
And now we have a segment that's called Spin the Wheel Jack.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel, Jack.
And then we go
Love
back.
it.
No more.
Love it. Is there a theme song? Yeah.
No, but let's make one.
He's Wheeljack, spin him, and your fate will be decided. Yeah.
That's our
Oh.
new theme song.
Wheeljack.
Beautiful.
We always pick our subjects at random, so we have a spinning wheel that will decide our fate for the next episode.
Oh my gosh, this is very,
I will
very
spin-
suspenseful.
Yes. I will, 1 second, come back with it for you. Oh, that's the, that's the spinning wheel for our other podcast. We have also a podcast where we talk about movies.
Ooh, cool. What was the last movie you guys talked about?
The last one that came out was some really
Jim
weird
Carter.
one called Jim Carter.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
on the one coming up is I think it's Spinal Tap.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I love that movie. Classic.
Yeah. And here is the wheel we are deciding on. Can you see it,
cool.
Linda?
Yes, I can see.
Oh my gosh.
So let's see what we will talk about next week.
Yes, yes, please. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Cyberverse season 2.
Oh,
Oh, Bay
they're so
3.
bad. Michael Bay's third movie about the Transformers.
I love to slaughter that movie.
Yes.
I mean, any of
I love
those,
your reactions.
those
It's
two,
so great.
yeah. Any of those two would have been good for me. Cyberverse season 2 or Michael Bay 3, but Michael Bay 3, like the movies that he's done, is like, dare I say this, that there's not a lot of Transformers fans that actually likes Michael Bay movies, but I'm like, you know what? There are people who actually likes this movie, so let's talk about it.
Mhm. There are. It'd be
Gustav
funny
is
if you
like,
No.
I have
You guys should
suffered
make
through it
one.
once. Why do you put me through this again?
because
God!
someone
is gonna
has
be
to
great.
put you through. Yeah,
She loves torturing, I could tell.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
You should wear this makeup every show. It's so great. It looks so good on you.
Thank you so much. My friend also told me that we have to go out soon when Corona is a little bit better, and back in the time we used to do this crazy makeup, but then we went out and drank, and there's some guys going crazy. They're like, oh look, some women that actually put on some amazing makeup, and we just put everything on. It was crazy.
Oh, that's so fun.
Like, yeah.
Do
I
it.
also have a mask that I can like put over to cover my eyes, you know.
Ooh.
It's like really nice. You go out and no one actually knows who you are when the
Right.
makeup comes off or whatever. So you kind of hide behind makeup and stuff like that. And in a
Yeah.
Well,
way,
it's cool. It's like acting. You can like play a
Yeah.
role. You can play a part.
yeah.
It's fun.
Hey, I think you had at the last Halloween, Linda. We got some really disturbing videos from from you that
Oh.
night.
Oh,
Oh my
She
gosh.
was so,
Oh.
she was so drunk.
I was very drunk and I was very happy.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
best way to be.
Yeah, we were 3 girls. Like you couldn't really do much because of Corona, but we were like, okay, the 3 of us, we are safe. We're gonna hang together. We're gonna, at least we're gonna have a night without any annoying dudes. So score for
Perfect.
that. Perfect. Nothing can go wrong, and nothing went wrong.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
after Corona, Jessica can join us at the McAdams old oil house.
Oh my gosh. You have one?
We will build
I
one.
wish.
That would be cool.
We
They
have to
serve you
make one.
Energon.
Yeah.
They serve you the Energon drink. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Linda
Well-
is working on a sparkling drink.
Ooh, let me know.
I
Let me
will.
know. Well,
Anything
next time I
else?
come to Sweden with my fellow Swedes,
Mm.
I'll let you know. I don't know if I have any plans to go anytime soon, but
Well, if
for the
you have,
listeners out there, I am Swedish. So we were talking about the Christmas traditions that my family has, all the food that we eat, and I've been to Helsingborg and Gothenburg and all those different cities in Sweden, and I love it. It's great. That's Scottish accent. That's not Swedish accent.
it's fine. Close enough. If you when you
No.
get drunk in Sweden, that's what it goes.
Yeah.
It goes Scottish.
My accent is Swedish. It's like the Swedish chef, you know, from the Muppets.
I don't think it's like that.
And you're always
Only
welcome
slightly.
to we have a convention here in Sweden, the Retcon for Transformers. You are always welcome there.
Ooh, what's it called? Redcon?
Retcon.
Retcon. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, when we can travel again, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. It's super cool.
Your few.
I have to get a
but you're
Windblade
soft.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Cosplay.
Linda, you'll have to do my makeup.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Linda, will you explain the last segment?
Yeah, so the last segment is about that I usually say a quote that is going to be in the beginning of the podcast as a
Okay.
little treat, you know.
Mhm.
So this quote is now passed to you. So if you make basically make a Transformers quote that will be in the beginning of the podcast.
So just say something about Transformers.
Yes,
like-
with something from a character.
Yeah, a quote from a character.
Oh. Crap.
Windblade, maybe if you want.
Yeah. Hang on, I want to get something from one of the scripts. Oh yeah, the fans probably love this.
She's doing a Badiansky.
Oh what?
We had a previous guest, Bob Badiansky, who wrote first Transformers comics, and he just pulled out some. Oh, I will see. Ah!
Oh my god! Oh
I
my god! Oh
killed
my
her.
god!
Windblade crashed. Just got.
Okay,
but
hold
yeah,
on,
he
I
just
have-
pulled out a comic book and
Yeah.
picked a random line. But yeah, go for it. Do you have something?
Okay, I do have. Yes, I have the script somewhere. All right. All right, let's do this. Ready?
Yeah, yeah.
I was attacked. Those two Decepticon scouts and their leader calls herself Slipstream. Autobots, out!
Beautiful.
Nice.
That
I don't know.
was nice.
That was
Okay,
nice.
I recognized it. It's beautiful. I loved it.
Great,
She packs a mean
Cool.
punch.
Yeah.
great.
Well,
I
yeah.
hope you had fun being here with us today.
Yes, it was so lovely. Thank you again for adjusting your schedules. This was so fun.
It was
Anything for you.
Yay.
great having
Anything
you.
for you. Linda. Okay, okay. I'm serious though. If I come to Sweden, Linda, you're gonna for that retcon, you'll have to do my makeup.
Of course, anytime. Let's just wait for the corona to get over soon.
Right,
Hopefully
yeah.
we can soon go back to some new normal life
Yeah.
and stuff
Do you,
like that.
do you need me to do a sign off or anything, or is that
I'm sorry?
for the end? Like, do you want me to say like bye or anything, or
Yeah,
yeah,
let's we have I usually say till all are one.
And I say, may your luster never dull and your wires never cross.
Oh, I love that. Autobots unite.
Yeah.
No, Decepticons are cool too. They used to be good.
Yeah.
Deep down inside. They're all part of the Allspark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deep down, Gustav, deep down inside,
I
there is a
always
spark
said
in
till
you
all are
too.
one.
All are one. All are one.
Oh shit, are we supposed to end this now?